ADHD is a neurological or neurodevelopmental disorder currently diagnosable in both children and adults. Today, we'll look at three major symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ADHD, as I mentioned in this video, is a type of mental health disorder that is usually chronic and usually begins in childhood and can continue into adulthood. ADD, attention deficit disorder, as it is also called, is able to cause difficulty in school or work, cause low self-esteem, and also troubled relationships. There are quite a number of symptoms of ADHD, yet today we'll look at three major ones. Number one, attention difficulty. Inattention is a major symptom of ADHD. This is noticeable when an individual with ADHD regularly makes careless mistakes and is not able to focus on any particular thing. In children, this is usually noticed in school, and in adults, it is noticeable when tasks are assigned or in social or networking events. There is a continuous inability to do homework, chores, and the tendency to procrastinate is so great. So, in essence, if you do tend to procrastinate a whole lot and you regularly find yourself moving from one uncompleted task to another, you may have ADHD. Other common inattention signs include being very forgetful of daily to-dos and constantly missing appointments, finding it really hard getting along with people as a result of having low empathy, and being easily distracted by little or even trivial sounds or noise that other people may not even notice. So, if you constantly lack focus, find you're disorganized, and get too wrapped up in your world of thoughts, you may have ADHD, and inattention does tend to last from childhood to adulthood. Number two, hyperactivity. This particular sign may seem too obvious, seeing that it is included in the name attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yet, let's unwrap what hyperactivity is all about. If you notice a child frequently fidgeting, walking or running around, especially in the public, it may be a sign. Even as an adult, if you're always on the go, always restless and tending to talk excessively all the time, that could be a clear sign. Both children and adults with ADHD have a hard time doing any quiet activities and may like to jump around and have trouble getting along in a team, and may find it difficult to even sit still and watch one video from start to finish. I feel that sometimes the excessive stimulation in our society and on social media can trigger this. Yet, if it gets really out of control, that is a major and needs to be addressed. Overall, hyperactivity tends to diminish and become less frequent with age, and that is some good news. Number three, impulsiveness. Being impulsive is a clear sign of ADHD. If you're seriously impatient and have a hard time waiting for your turn in line to pay at a grocery store or anywhere else all the time, that's ADHD right there. Also, not waiting for someone to finish asking a question before you reply is impulsivity. Being impulsive means you have a really hard time listening and you frequently interrupt a conversation. This can cause fights in schools among kids and can also cause major problems in social settings or at work with adults. Sometimes you will hear of a child that climbed so high a tree or building, and you begin to wonder That can be a class sign of ADHD. It can cause road accidents, and some adults even become intrusive and hurt people's feelings because of this. Now, ADHD is not a hopeless mental disorder, even though it is chronic. Treatment is available and can help. Tune into the part 2 of ADHD, and on that video we will explore more in this. Thank you for watching. I love you.